Follow your principles to success. Don't follow your feelings to failure. Your job is your job. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no amount of complaining in the world that's going to get you $1 million. You can complain about your $15 an hour being dropped back down to $15 an hour. The fact that you ain't got VTO, the fact that you don't get paid enough money, ain't none of that going to make you successful. Ain't none of that going to make you happy, because at the end of that, even if they do give you what you want, you still going to be in the same boat because you still have the same mentality.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast. It is your boy, Marcus Morton, and here, always with me, is the Aaron Mac and the lovely Coco.
Hey.
So how you guys been doing?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you exactly how I've been doing. I do have another scenario that really screwed me up. Like, all right, so tell me, have y'all ever witnessed a situation like this? You order something from a company, they send it to you, and they don't pay for shipping, but you got it, and then you get a message from the post office saying that, sorry, we missed you. Shipping wasn't paid for. You owe us this much. Bring it to the post office. Like, has that ever happened to anybody?
No.
Okay, all right, just me. All right, yeah. I don't know what type of luck I got. Like, I ordered it.
You didn't ship it though.
Exactly. I had to pay for shipping. And when I got there, the lady that worked at the post office, she was like, you can always call the company and let them know that you had to pay for shipping. I'm like, did they not know that how did they send it?
Right?
How did you guys even get it? Put a tracking number on it, whole little shipping label, all that.
You had one job.
How did all that even happen? If they never paid you,
like it went through so many hands, like
right? And then when it got to the last hand, it was like,
we didn't get paid for it.
Nah, we gonna hold this ransom right quick. What?
It's a setup.
Sorry, we missed you. You owe us $2.73. What? Well, I had to go stand in that long ass line. It took me like 40 minutes.
God damn.
Right.
And it was something that I ordered like a month ago. I didn't even remember I ordered it. So I'm standing. So imagine my frustration standing in line like, yo, I don't even know what the fuck this is that I'm getting right now. God, man. All right. Yeah.
Big money.
No whammy.
No.
Hey, you know I need big money right now because Ella tripping.
Oh, poor Ella.
She tripping. So Ella's my car. Everybody, you guys say your prayers. Cross your fingers for a knock on wood, whatever you need to do, because she's sick right now. You know, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. What
she might got COVID-19.
Stop.
We gonna go ahead and get into this episode.
Yeah.
So I just got a question, man. Like, for real talk. Like, since you brought the idea, the topic to me, like I just been like really, really deep in thought. Like, why do we put up what we put up with for 40 hours a week willingly?
Because it's easy. It's like we always been saying, it's the path of least resistant. It's easy money for real. It's easy money at the sacrifice of, I want to say, free will. I mean, we have somewhat free will. I mean, they do let let us have our phones down. So that's a little plus. That's
but it's not real.
not real. What do you mean? Real for you?
It's only.
It's not permanent.
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's only a thing because I mean, actually, right now, I don't even know why it's still a thing. Like they could just like snap at any given moment. Thanos, that shit like gone. Especially with the amount of people that's been like blatantly breaking the rules, like walking past red.
Pit accidents too.
Are they linked to cell phone usage?
I saw in the stall they had put like.
Oh.
Yeah, saying that no headphones. That's because people been getting caught with headphones on the OP.
Oh, they ain't kidding me. Don't look at me.
Yeah, they has anybody said anything to you about your mask?
Not yet.
Yeah, nobody said anything to me other than old girl. But
I'm sorry. Did y'all see that man today that had on the whole bodysuit?
Yeah, he's been there for about 2 weeks now. Dude got on the whole mock suit, like a mock suit, like it's not a mock suit. It's like the painter suit, like the overalls that you wear with the hood on it. That like
he had that.
that
on. Nobody said nothing to him.
Yeah.
Jesus, I mean,
and like he just walking around that joint like casually, normal, like ain't nobody like I'm looking like what, and everybody else just like they're like what? I'm like you don't see this?
What is wrong?
Like the first time I was like, bro, I know bro hot. I know he hot. Like at first I thought he was like one of the people like there to clean up something or like do the like the response team or whatever they were.
Yeah.
And but the day like I walked past him, he was in C-Mod. He had on like you could see through him, and he had on a pair of basketball shorts under them jumps. I was like, all right, and like I'm up in this joint sweating. I'm in this joint sweating. I'm like I know bro about to lose weight.
I feel like some people go through things for like another reasons, per se, a child or a sick family member. Like you got to look at it that way.
I mean,
everybody's there for a reason.
No.
Well, not everybody.
I don't agree with that because I'm not there for a sick family member. And neither is like 80% of people who work there.
I mean, but it has to be something along the sort of why they're there. Like, we don't know everybody's story about, they can have issues at home and need the money.
I just think it's funny for everybody in the world to have a why to start a business. Like they always say when like and you probably heard it in personal self-development, start with your why. Like find your why and use that as your reason, your determining factor, not your determining factor, but the thing that pushes you, that motivates you. But you don't have to have a why to have a job. Yet everybody feels like they have to stay at their job even when they hate it so much. Like we literally heard a group of women at all three breaks.
All three
breaks going ham complaining about their job. Not only that, but they met up at the scan gun drop off at the end of the day, walked past the jump, the hookup, the learning jank, and was still complaining on their way out the door. I'm like, yo, what?
I told you.
What is happening? I'm like, yo, for real, like, for real. You are on your way out. Why are you so consumed with the job on your way out the door?
You should be worried about what you're gonna do outside.
So, and then on top of that, why am I leaving the job? And I left a little bit later than everybody else because I got to go see Mo later, got to go talk to her, got to go get all lovey-dovey and all that other stuff like that. But I left about 5:45ish, somewhere around that time. And there are people who got off when I was supposed to get off. They were outside talking about work.
Oh my God!
I'm like, bro, go home. Like if you're gonna be outside talking, don't stand out. Don't work for 10 hours. Then go stand outside for damn near another hour to talk about work.
Nah.
When you don't want to be at work. You hate the job. You hate the job so much while you're there, yet you spend time talking about it when they're not even paying you to do it. I just don't get it. Like, why do Americans do that to themselves? But then we criticize the people who come in, see how horrible the environment is, and just be like, fuck it, I'm done. And the folks who come in and they leave after like 2 weeks, we criticize them. We scold those people like, oh yeah, they just lazy, they didn't want to work. Like, why do we do that? And I just can't figure it out. And I've really been like thinking about it. Like, and for anybody who don't know, this job that we talking about, I've been there for 2 years now. I just hit 2 years in April, on April 15th. And I just really cannot come up with a legitimate reason as to why I'm there. Yet the fact of the matter is that the thought about quitting, even though I know that's what I need to do, scares the shit out of me. And I have no idea why.
Because it's the unknown. It's you have no knowledge of what can happen after you quit. But if you keep working there, you know, you've been there for, like you said, 2 years. You know the ins and outs of the job. You know how to get over on it. You know how to work at your pace to you know, survive through the day. You know how to survive with that job.
Yet when I'm at the job, I'm immediately reminded of all of the things that I need to do outside the job. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person with that thought.
Could your, I don't want to say hate, but you not want to be at that job, is that motivation for you? Is that more motivation for you? Is that your why?
It seems that way. It is. Because I really don't want to be tied up with that mess for the rest of my life. Like 40-hour work weeks and something that just doesn't, it's not fruitful. Right. 40-hour work weeks don't do anything for anybody. And I hear about people all the time. And like, I've literally heard E.T. say that I work a lot less now and make a lot more money than I ever did in my life.
The motto of life: the less you do, the more you make.
Facts. Unless you work at this place, because apparently the more you make, the more you do. And it's just a bit, and they just suck up all your time and.
Where?
I mean,
I do it all almost.
I mean, the GM though.
Oh, all right.
Like, I can't even imagine what her schedule look like, but I just know there's a smiley face on that bitch everywhere. Like, it's a smiley face on that motherfucker everywhere. That and her wife work at the joint too. So
I ain't know she had a wife.
Yeah. There's it fully consumed, full consumption, 90%, at least 90%. We talking 168 hours of the work week. Oh, at least 110 of them jobs occupied by the job.
Couldn't do it. That's too much.
Then it's the same job in 2 different buildings on top of that.
She got to do.
No.
Oh.
No. Her
The
wife.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, God dang.
Yeah. It's deep. It's deep.
Whew.
It is deep.
I hate to be around that dinner table.
Facts, bro. They don't talk about nothing but boxes. They don't talk about nothing but boxes.
I can just see they'll have they plate is like this small, just this small section, and the rest is just papers. They just
all day long. No, they done upgraded now. It's on computer now. They just like nose to the screen. Like, it just don't even look up until you're done.
And
then when you're done, go to work. In like corporate America, you don't get time to do anything for yourself, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And like sleep, man. Like, I had to sacrifice so much sleep to get the things that I need to do done.
Thanks.
Like, waking up at 3 o'clock don't even seem like it's enough time, man. It's crazy. Like, I could just imagine like how doing this for 20 years can affect your health. And it's sad, man, because it's like, even people know that is going to negatively affect their health, and they still do it willingly. And then they make excuses for it on top of that.
What you mean?
Like, okay, for you to tell somebody on night shift that, hey, you know, it's unhealthy for you to work to be on night shift and having to work overnight and not sleep, because you're probably not getting sleep. 'Cause let's be honest, the human body is designed to be up in sunlight, so you probably ain't getting no good sleep. You probably laying in the bed for a while, but you probably ain't really sleep. You just like just dozed off a little bit, but you ain't really sleep. Ain't really getting sleep. Yeah, but at the same time, it's still you still trying to force yourself to to go against your own bodily nature. Like, you were designed to do something, and you're literally trying to go outside the grain. You know, go against the grain and do your own thing for money. And then when health reasons start kicking in, you like, nah, man, I get sleep. I get enough sleep, man. I'm good, man. But you like, and then you like, think about it. Like, you get off of work. Dinner time is at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then after that, after you eat dinner, what you do? You go straight to bed.
Oh, you talking about for the people at night shift?
I'm just talking about night shift. I'm just like,
facts.
After dinner, you go straight to bed. You lay on top of your food for 10 years, 20 years. It's horrible. It's horrible. But you like make excuses like, well, you know, bills got to get paid, and you like start saying shit like, you know, I get enough sleep. Nah, it's all good. It ain't gonna affect me that much, bro. You human.
That much.
You human. The last person who said that, they did.
They did. Yeah. When I used to work night shift, I kind of did that to myself. But it was all because of excuse. I wanted like my days off to be my days off, so I would set up my school to be in the morning, and then after school go straight to work, and then get off, do the same thing until my days off. And I was like, I'll sleep on my days off.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
It got to the point where, like, driving was like
dangerous.
Freaking a struggle.
So wonder how you got to where you got to.
Yeah,
I know.
Open my eyes and I'm in my yard, and I'm like,
how I get here? How long have I been here? And just still running, foot still on the gas.
But yeah, like for real, people, like take care of yourself, because like it kind of got to the point where, like, luckily I lost my job when it got like super worse. But like I damn near hallucinating.
For
like,
real?
It wasn't. It was more of like shadows. Like it would feel like something would like run like behind me.
Yeah,
like,
I've been that tired.
The fuck. So yeah, so like take care of yourself for real, because it could get real serious.
I literally fell asleep behind the wheel once before. Full sleep. Full sleep.
Shit, done that on OP.
Same. Bro, you ever been out like 8 mile to K mile or something, and then like close your eyes and then like open your eyes and then be like, where am I going again?
Bruh, I told you, I came out of K mod. I know I needed to go into G mod. I don't remember coming out of K, and I hit the guard going into that yellow guard going into G, and I'm just like, how did what happened? You know what? I just need to get this pick out of G. So be on my way. Luckily nobody saw.
So
can't remember what happened in between. When I try to remember back on it, it's just like a blank, just thought.
So the moral of that story is like, focus on your health.
Yes, please.
And stop sacrificing your own body to make money, because you don't need to do that. And you know, another thing that you could do good for your health is head on over to fnxfit.com and get yourself some super greens, man. So look, check this out. I've been using this stuff for the last it's been about a month now, and for some reason I'm really surprised that I'm not out yet. This is actually a pretty decent amount left in here, but I've been struggling to get all my greens. I eat a lot of meat. Like, I'm like caveman status, like paleo diet. I'm just like meat everything, and you know, I'm the type of person, I really don't get my greens in the way I should, and the Super Greens, from FNX Fit, they got everything that I need as far as nutrients and vitamins and stuff like that. So, also, you know, they got the nice little gear
bottle
for you and all that. These blender bottles that at one point in my life I can remember searching high and low for them because it seemed like they didn't exist. It was like almost like they were a myth at one point. But anyway, head on over to fnxfit.com and use the code AMGFIT for 10% off of your order today.
Did you like make that code, or they gave you that code?
They gave me a code, and then it was like, let's talk about that for a second, because it was a bit of a
struggle.
It was a bit of a struggle getting through to FNX from the get go. Like they I don't know if we were just like playing email tag, or if we were just like trying to like find each other in like a wave of nonsense or whatever the case was, but they hit us up first.
Right.
They hit us up first. They said, do you want to be a brand ambassador? We've been watching your social media. I don't know what you were looking at, because I don't really use my social media like that. But all right, cool. Maybe they saw the podcast. I don't know. It could have been the podcast. But
maybe they listening. Thanks for listening.
maybe it was the podcast, but I don't really know. But I purchased something from them, and I tried to get the ambassador slot, and it just would not work for some reason. And then I just hit them up. I was like, "Hey, remember me?"
Like that guy you hit up?
Yeah, they got the slot, and you know, they gave me a code, and I was just like, I don't really like that code. Let's up it. Let's fix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Make it look a little better, and then AMG Fit came along.
Legit.
Super Greens, by the way.
And how's it taste? How has it been?
It tastes sweeter than I would think it would, like, for what's in it.
Right.
Like, it tastes like juice.
Yeah, because
it
smells.
It should not taste
delicious,
like juice.
Just from the powder.
Should not taste like juice. Everything is raw. Natural. It's like a 5-grass blend. Got probiotics, antibiotics, whole bunch of nutrients and vitamins and stuff in it. And I don't think I need to take a vitamin no more. Like, I think vitamins are just overkill at this point.
Thanks. Is there such thing of having too much vitamins? Vitamin C in vitamin
Yes,
it is.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. Vitamin C, I'm not really sure, but here's the thing that people don't really understand is that vitamins are pretty much minerals.
Right.
Minerals calcify over time, and if there's too much in your body, it can calcify and cause things like tumors and lesions and all other kind of things like that. You didn't hear the story about the Indian kid who was eating
Don't you say Flintstone vitamins? Don't you dare say it.
They were gummy bears, but they were vitamins. He thought his mom thought they were gummy bears, and they weren't. Then he was eating them for 3 days straight for a snack, and ended up getting a tumor in his belly.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, fun stuff. He survived. He survived.
Jesus.
Go Indian kid. I do have some questions over here that were pertaining to the episode at hand. What do you think the challenges are of being complacent?
What do you mean challenge?
Like what challenges come with being complacent?
You I want to say you kind of like kill yourself, but not really like kill yourself. You lose your personality, your self being. You're basically a walking zombie. All you do is your same old routine.
Sit in the back of the break room and complain about the job all 3 breaks. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, you fall into a rut, and sometimes you lose what makes you happy. You don't do those things often, or you just don't do them at all.
Right.
Like when I started working, like I went ham for like my job and everything else. Like I wanted to prove to my mom, you know, I could work, I could go to school, I could do all this stuff. And I like forcefully like just stopped playing video games. Like stop doing, you know, stuff I do that like hobby stuff.
things that make you happy.
Yeah, and it almost like made me not want to do that at all. Like even when I had like free time, I would be like, all right, pick up the controller, turn the game on. I feel drained. You know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep. And like it was hard getting back into doing the things that I did that made me happy.
You know what's funny? Like I never thought of it that way, but you're right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to me with music. It's hard for me to work on music now.
Really?
Like I'm passionate about writing
Mm-hmm.
and you know, being an author. I spend most of my time writing, but outside of that, I'm working on everything else. But when it comes to music, it's like I just can't get into it.
Right. Like you kind of feel like you have to force yourself, or it's like it's taboo now. Or something like that.
Like it just doesn't feel natural anymore like it used to.
Yeah.
Like I used to sit down and make a beat like every day. Like work on the beat, even if I just open up FL Studios and just click around on it, just listen to the stuff I already made. I used to do that, but now I can't even. How do I don't even know how to find FL Studios on my computer anymore.
Well, it kills your personality, like we said. With jobs, being complacent in a job, it's like you're constantly working for someone else. That's all you're used to. That you don't even know how to like work for yourself.
Right.
Like you don't know how to take out time out of your day to do something that will self-improve you, like a workout, go for a jog, just sit back, read a book. You're so focused on a job, you sometimes will like just take that home and then just take all that negative energy, that bad juju, and just infect your home with it. Like I kind of feel like a job should be left at the job.
Yeah.
Like once you clock out,
That's it.
Like don't take that home with you. Don't bring that into any happy, positive environment.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
Yeah.
Unless you have a job that brings positively. Like maybe if you do like volunteer work, maybe that's happiness.
Yeah.
That's a willingly.
What are those? Because my homegirl, she was in it before I met her. It was like they travel the world. They get like an allowance or something.
Peace Corps.
Yes.
I have no idea what those are.
Oh, okay, all right. So I can't.
I just knew what you were talking about because I like heard like snippets about what it is, but I really don't know what they are.
Because they be going all over the place. I'm like, I mean, what y'all do? Like, they build houses. Some, if like you know electric work, they can use you to be an electrician, basically.
Like from everything I heard about the Peace Corps, it just sounded like a dope ass cult.
Right. I was like, I want to join.
I'm like, where do I sign up for this?
Speaking of cult. So, like I said, when I worked, I went hard for my job. I work hard. I have no like restraints when it comes to work. Like I work hard. I do my job. I go home. So this dude, white dude, when I was working at McDonald's.
Why he gotta be a white dude?
He was a white dude.
Why he can't just be a dude?
He could be a dude.
I mean, does the fact that him being white actually make a difference in the story?
Depends on what he says next.
I did say cult. But he tried to recruit me in the client now.
Are you serious?
Nah, but he saw my work ethic, and he did bring me like a paper to sign up for like the Masons.
Oh, okay. I don't really know what that is either. I just know it's like a gang initiation that happens when you first join.
Oh no!
Like they like beat your ass or something. Like make you stand against the wall and like they all punch you in the chest or some shit. That one guy I used to work with. That's what he told me. He said he tried to run and call the police, and the police picked him up and took him right back to the janks. So yeah, so I don't really know what the Masons are.
Oh,
We do work with a few of them.
Yeah, my son's father, his cousin is one.
I was about to say, you better not tell me that motherfucker no Mason.
He was
Jesus
thinking
Christ.
about it.
He
but
ain't got what it takes.
But it was hilarious because I being nice, I took the paper, folded it up in the pocket, and I was like, I had to take it into consideration. Went home, put it on the counter. Worst mistake. My mom saw it. She was like, Mason, who gave you this paper? I was like, dude at work, he saw my work ethic, said I'm a real good worker or whatever, and gave me an opportunity. It's like, we don't do this. We're not a part of their brand or something. I was like, alrighty. I will politely tell him no, I'm not interested. This did not have to blow up like this.
I mean,
am sorry.
what is the selling points of that? Like for being a Mason?
He had like a fancy ring that looked like he got from
Yeah, I know they got jewelry and stuff, but
the college jinx.
And then it's a female version. What they call themselves?
The Masonettes.
The Northern Star or some shit, Southern Star, some shit like that.
the Mason, that sounds better.
No, it's not. It's called something. I forgot what it's called. But
I didn't know that. That's new to me.
Interesting.
No.
I just picture them in like the rose with the long sleeves, and they just come in just holding the candle.
yeah, I ain't right.
Temple of Time song. So I wanted to go back to something that you were saying earlier about people not doing anything when they get off of work. And I realized, like, with most of us, we allow our feelings to be entwined with the job. And with that, and what I mean by saying that is, like, when we get off of work, it's not, instead of feeling this relief of, okay, now I can do something important, we let the bad energy of the job dictate what we do next. Because think about it, like, you get off of work and you in the job to put you in a bad mood. You walk out there in a bad mood, and the only thing that you're able to do is think about the job. Because you are focusing on what you're upset about.
Right.
Because it's hard when you let something get under your skin the way some people let the job get under their skin. And when they walk out the door, they probably hold that attitude until they come back the next day. Majority of the people who work there, that's the issue that we have. Yeah. So when you do that to yourself, it's hard to be like, okay, well, I know I need to get in shape and lose weight. I know I need to go to the gym. You ain't necessarily about to leave work at 5:30 and go hit the gym when you pissed off, because you're not motivated to do so.
Right.
What I recommend is that instead of allowing yourself to feel that, do what Marcus said and just leave it at the job. Like, I mean, nobody needs to be that upset about work. Like, you don't need to be there just like pissed off and mad at everybody, and especially at our job, it's so cushy. Like, you don't really get in trouble for nothing.
Right.
Like, unless you really want to get in trouble for something. Like I ain't never been like written up for something that wasn't my fault.
True.
I mean, granted, it's been like situations where it's like, okay, you guys caused this, so why are you writing me up? But at the same time, it's like, I ain't say nothing to nobody, so it's like they can't really vouch for me and be like, well, we just gonna let you slide with that. But you know, like, it's never been a situation that I didn't cause that I got written up for. So with that being said, it's like I can't be mad at nobody. I'm not about to sit up there and just be pissed off about everything that goes on at the job. Right. Even though there are some, don't get me wrong. See, they got some monkeys pressing buttons on the job, and that's what they're good at. That's what they do. They just press buttons all day long. That's what they do. But I can't allow that type of attitude to come with me when I go write my book.
Right.
I can't allow it to come with me when I go to the gym. And if it do make it to the gym, boy,
this is gonna be one hell of a workout.
Boy,
okay.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy. I got off work pissed off one time. I got on the treadmill and ran and put the speed up to 8 and the incline to 3. I was like, yep, I'm going in. I did that for like 5 minutes. I was good. I was good. I was good.
Ooh.
I was good after that though. Good and tired though, but I was good after that.
I feel you. I mean, so like you were saying, when you haven't gotten in trouble, that it wasn't your fault.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people, well, not some people, all people need to hold themselves to a decent amount of responsibility when at work.
That's true.
Because like you control every aspect of your life. You control your emotions. You control how you react to people,
Mm-hmm.
and this, that, and third.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, some stuff may fly under the radar and get up under your skin and cause you to react in a negative way. I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't go with you. It's not permanent. It stops at that job.
Yeah.
Like you said, once we hit those turnstiles,
Yep.
once we get out that building,
Yep. Everything else is up to you.
what they gonna say? What they gonna do?
Everything else is up to you.
Facts.
So if you let the job consume you when you off the clock, that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame nobody. You can't blame your manager for that.
Nope.
Cannot blame him. Can't blame your manager if you didn't make rate.
Not your fault.
It's your fault.
Unless you're in cage lock, that's a little.
Now I ain't say all of it was reasonable.
Okay.
I did not say it was reasonable, but
Well,
I think what people really don't understand is like, yo, you signed up for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we signed up for. We signed up to be disrespected on a daily basis by somebody who wears a red vest.
Technically, it's not even them that they'll even tell you that's writing you up. It's the computer system.
The computer system generates it automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then they just have
which
to.
is also disrespectful.
You gonna let a robot tell me how to do my job?
This bitch don't work here.
She ain't picking up no box.
Facts.
It's all in the cloud, chilling.
Man.
Tragic.
But another, going back to the challenges of being complacent. Like when you allow yourself to be complacent, you never really live up to your full potential.
Oh.
You never really try to do anything because you so stuck in that comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
and you're allowing your feelings to do everything for you instead of working off of your principles alone. So when you complacent, you allow things like your job disrespecting you, your boss disrespecting you, talking down on you to be your life.
Mm-hmm.
You allow things like mediocrity in your own situation where you'll start picking up weight or something and or amongst other things, like you allow yourself to be at a place for 5 or 6, 7 years and like just don't even bother complaining about what you need to complain about, but instead complain about your boss. Now here's the problem with that situation. While you allowing yourself to be complacent, that boss that you complaining about has now been switched out about 4 or 5 different times because you've been there so long. So if you saying that your boss is the problem, your boss is the reason why you can't succeed in your life, what happens when that boss is replaced to another boss? Then you're just going to say that the new boss is the problem. Here are things that I have personally seen while working at this place that I've been there for 2 years and my boss has already changed like 3-4 times now.
4 5 times.
Yeah.
3 4 5.
Yeah. Literally. And the same thing happens every single time. Right. Somebody says this boss here ain't giving me ain't doing what he's supposed to do, and that's why I can't do what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, bro, how do you think you sound right now? You sound like a bitch. Like for real, like yo, take responsibility. Take your life in your own hands and stop getting your feelings, dog. This is business. These folks are just as cutthroat about their numbers as you are about yourself, and that's what people gotta realize, dog. And I'm personally tired of people just sitting back and just like talking about the mundane. Like, dog, your job ain't changing. there's no point of us trying to advocate about the inevitable.
Right.
We don't need to do that. They got managers that sit at a square table and they talk about what they want to change. Our names don't come up in those conversations. And if it do, that we about to get walked out. So why worry about what they doing?
Just do your own thing. Do your 10 hours. Do your hours and go home. The job is literally just a paycheck.
It's just a paycheck.
So do your due diligence. Get in, get out, and once you get out, do something for yourself. Do a hobby, take up wood carvings, do your music, play video games.
Whatever the hell you want to do.
Walk your fucking dog. Something.
Get some exercise.
Play with your kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Play with your kids.
Take them outside.
It's like, yo, how you get off of work and just be like, yo, like the job pissed me off. I don't feel like playing with my kids tonight.
Oh my God. That's supposed to be like your pride and joy. Like no matter, just you walk in the house and just the kid, you just get so joyous and just,
Oh, mama.
but it's sad that some people do take that negative energy home and project it on family members, kids, the dog even. Like the dog ain't do nothing wrong.
Oh my God, my neighbor, she does that shit, dog. Like when she gets stressed out about shit, she beat her dog. And the dog about this big.
Oh no.
Yeah, and like it was like 4:00 in the morning one day, and me and Lee was laying in the bed, and the only thing I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's either the dog or the kid. And she beat the kids too, so. And I also hear that through the floor. So.
Jesus.
Yeah. She's not she a nice woman, dog.
With being complacent, did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like you will settle for anything.
Who?
Yeah.
And not even just at work, in your life.
Ooh. Let's talk
Like,
about. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, like, I say like a bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, shit ain't right.
Right. But yet you stay.
But yet, yet you stay.
Yep. That's true. I want to piggyback on that because it's funny that you went there because I once heard, and I thought it was a lie. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I thought it was a straight up lie. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruh. So this was the case where it's like you thinking like, if I show up late to work, then I show up late for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I show up late for church. I show up late for business. If I need to do something for my kids, I show up late to that.
My mom used to say you'll be late for your own funeral.
If I half-ass on the job, I half-ass something at my business. Because you practice how you preach. You practice what you preach, and you practice how you play.
Thanks.
Who said that? You practice how you play. It was a basketball player.
Don't watch sports. I'm sorry.
I don't either. And then it was like some thing that Allen Iverson was saying that he didn't need practice or something. Like, we talking about practice? Like something about him missing practice or something. And he was like, we talking about practice. But then it was like, I guess he was trying to say, well, look at what I do in these games, and that he not playing. So, I guess what he did in practice, then it showed up. It showed up in real life. Like, we talked about practice. Yeah, we talked about practice, and we used to talk about you, and now we don't. So yeah.
That's crazy.
So it gave me a new perspective, and that's why I was like, I kind of took the Marcus approach with it, because it seemed like my man don't complain about shit when we at work.
No point.
Like they just do whatever, and he just be like,
all right.
I
mean, I refer for it. Like what is there to get upset at? Like a lot of old lady, complaining about Regina, sending her to pick all the time.
Yeah.
But what's going to pick? Yeah, you're a docksman. Okay, all right. You know how to pick and pack, so if you get sent somewhere else.
Then what?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Like,
But most of the stuff that I get upset about at work don't even be work related. It's person related, people related.
Yeah, I get that.
So
People
it's like-
disrespecting you, and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
me trying to be a better person.
it's hard.
It's very hard.
practice, just baby steps.
I've been doing it since I've been doing.
Now
All
that you
this-
now that you got to,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I like to like take the philosophy of it. Like, no matter where I'm at, it's 10 hours.
That too. Like
And-
you're only there for.
No, don't even do that, because only there for, because 10 hours is a long fucking time. Let's
Yeah.
not do that. Let's not do that.
It is.
I can't be airheaded enough to allow myself to successfully do 10 hours without preoccupying myself with something else. So 10 hours is horrible for me. If you gave me 10 hours on the OP, dog, I'm done. Like, I feel like I worked 4 days in one. Like, I'm through. I'm a social dude. Like I can't do that whole the standing on the OP and being out there in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
That's the best part.
Oh my God, I can't, man. Like, especially they take cell phones away, dog, and I can't listen to something. Yeah, like, people hit me with like, oh, they moving you to such and such, man. You gonna hate that? Oh man, I hate to be you, and they'll say something along those lines. I'm like, dog, 10 hours of work is 10 hours of work.
Facts.
Like, I would definitely be more appreciative of being somewhere else, but I can't do that right now. So I'm here for 10 hours, whether I'm picking, packing, on the OP, sweeping, chilling. Even chilling don't feel the same right now. Like, when you at work, like like, dog, I'm here wasting my time. Like, I'm wasting my time, dog. So yeah, it just ain't the same, man. Like, it's just like, yo, it's 10 hours. We're gonna be here for 10 hours, regardless of whether I'm doing something easy, whether I'm doing something hard. It's still 10 hours of work.
Facts.
That's jobs for you.
It's a job, yeah.
That's a job for you. And like, for you to sign up for a job, like, you literally sign up for a job. Like, and you can get out of it at any given moment. And for you to sit there at a job and continue to allow yourself to get beat the hell up every single day, and don't do nothing better for yourself, it's on you. Now, I got a bit of a different attitude about it now, because of the fact that I have found my passion.
Right.
So, but I understand that other people don't really have that same story. They haven't necessarily found their passion.
That's interesting. So, how would one go about it? Like, after the 9 to 5 is done, after you're home, after you're done with everything, how do you just sit back and find what you want to do?
You said it already. Self-development. When you off and you got downtime, like, if you ain't obligated to do anything for anybody at that moment, take some time for yourself and just figure you out. Self-development. Read something. Watch something that's going to inspire you. Like, don't just sit back and just watch TV and play video games. Yeah, you might enjoy playing video games, and that might be your fun hobby. But if you ain't about to look at your hobby and try to turn your hobby into a skill that you use to help people, then you need to be spending that time trying to find something to do that's going to push you forward.
Okay.
So yeah, like, and most people got this time management thing that they just, time management just don't exist to some people. Like, they just they spend all of their time after work waiting for the next shift to start. Like, I don't even know why some of these people even drive home. Like, you might as well just go ahead and sleep in the car, just go right back in when you're done. Like, for real. Like, you don't do nothing when you at home. You go home and eat and come back. For what?
I know an old
Get
guy
some
that
use
did
out
that.
of your fucking car. You spend like $60,000 on a fucking car. Get some use out that bitch. Sleep in it.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't doing nothing when you get home anyway.
I know an old dude that used to do that in the truck. When I was working at the solar power plant at Stony Creek, he would literally just like, I ain't got nothing else to do at home. I just get in my truck and sleep.
Yeah, that's what they should be doing. Don't
Go
even
to the gas station, take me a free shower, and
don't even bother burning gas.
alrighty.
Don't even bother burning gas. Ain't no point.
I feel you.
Ain't no point.
Didn't we have a RV at the job one time?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all
the
legal?
thing,
It ain't illegal.
They didn't live far away. That's the thing. Their
Which
car
confused
broke down.
which confused the shit out of me.
Their car broke down and they just drove the RV to work.
But that just goes to show like how disrespectful the job is. Like, they gonna tell you that you got to be there for 60 hours. 60 hours. You don't need to be there for 60 hours.
Nah.
Like, for real, I ain't working 60 hours of work when on the overtime week, for real. Like, most of the time I'm just there waiting.
Facts.
Complacency is the
personality killer.
the personality killer, the time killer, the life killer. Because while you wasting your time being complacent, you're gonna get on your deathbed and there's gonna be plenty of regrets for things that you could have did while you were complacent. Things that you wish you had done when you were younger is gonna come back to you. He just caught the Holy Ghost just now with that one.
Cold shiver. But yeah, that's
Don't waste your time being complacent, man. It's just it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it.
and it's crazy because some people have like natural born talent. They have like ears for things. They can tell a joke like that and get people's attention, can gather crowds around them, and then they just get to a point where they're just working just nonstop, and they're just they lose all of that because they don't do it for themselves. They don't do it for enjoyment anymore. They work.
Like, wait, well, how we know people that speak 4 languages but complain about working at this place? How'd that happen?
Bro, if you don't like quit your job and go work for like
You
a
can
call
be an
center
interpreter or something.
but-
And shit like-
Yeah,
we ain't gonna say no names. There's more than one.
Yeah. I don't
We
know.
ain't gotta go there.
But yeah, people that know different languages, people that know
People
sign
that just got
language
skills, like, bro.
out their butt, and they work. I mean, all right, some people are putting it to good use. You know, some that are putting it to good use.
Yeah.
But rest, like,
You gotta take the risk.
got to. If you have to plan it out. If you have to take baby steps, do the baby steps. It's gonna lay the foundation first, and then start building brick by brick. Like, take it one step at a time and ease your way into it. You ain't gotta plan the whole shebang out from start to finish. Just do it, and if it works,
Baby
it works.
steps.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. You regroup, you come back, and then you try something else.
Right. So, ending on that note, guys, just straight up, just like, at the end of your feelings is your principles. And you can't do nothing with feelings. Feelings don't pay the bills. Feelings don't develop anything. Feelings don't build anything. So, follow your principles to success. Don't follow your feelings to failure. Your job is your job. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no amount of complaining in the world that's going to get you $1 million. You can complain about your $15 an hour being dropped back down to $15 an hour. The fact that you ain't got VTO, the fact that you don't get paid enough money, ain't none of that going to make you successful. Ain't none of that going to make you happy, because at the end of that, even if they do give you what you want, you still going to be in the same boat because you still have the same mentality. So use your job. Don't let your job use you. Use your job. Don't let your job use you. Diamond from the Players Club say, make that money. Don't let it make you. And what y'all thought she was saying was go out there and become a stripper. But what Diamond was really trying to tell you was use this as a stepping stone to push you ahead and push you further along. So your job should be temporary. There should be nobody spending ages at their job, spending their entire life at a job that they hate. If you don't like your job, then that means if you walk into the building depressed, that means that you are already on the right path. Feel that pain. Allow yourself to go through it. Allow yourself to hurt when you feel that, and use that as your motivation to move forward. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode right here. Check us out at amgdynasty.com. Check us out on Facebook. What's our Facebook page?
Just search the Dirty Trunk on Facebook, and you'll find us. You'll find a little picture of Henry the Elephant in his cosplay.
All right.
We gonna keep the name even though we don't like where it came from.
Henry.
Yeah, we decided to call him Henry.
He don't look like a Henry.
He in costume. Be sure to leave us a review, comment on our Facebook page, amongst other things. Share our content, guys, and we would love to know what you think about these episodes and how to improve on these episodes, even because we love constructive criticism. I would love to take some of that constructive criticism to propel us off into the stratosphere stuff.
Don't be a straight up asshole about it.
Oh no, be an asshole. I ain't gonna read your comment. All right, guys. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end it off here. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Peace.